we're doing a science experiment about soil erosion. But before we get started, let's go outside and talk about the scientific method. Come on! Come on, it's right over here.
Remember when I said my experiment was about soil erosion? This is the water that runs from the street. What do you think happens when it runs over the soil? Let's talk about the scientific method. The first step is observation. I observe that the water flows down and runs over the soil, washing it away.
The next step in the scientific method is researching about our topic. Let's go inside and research more about soil erosion. Vegetation's effect on soil erosion. Rain's effect on soil is if it absorbs too much water, the soil starts to wash away. Now that we've finished researching, let's talk about my hypothesis, or educated guess. My hypothesis is the more amount of vegetation, the less the soil erosion will be. This is because the vegetation will cling onto the soil to stop it from washing away. My experiment relates to today's world because if our yard had no vegetation and the rain came down, then the whole yard would be washed away. That's pretty important. I wouldn't want my yard to get washed away. Now we do a little scientific test to test out my hypothesis. Let's go! The first thing we need is some plastic bottles. 3 to be exact. 1, 2, 3. I take these 3 bottles and turn them into 3 mini ecosystems, which allow them to have 3 different levels of soil erosion. As discussed before, here are 3 scenarios of soil erosion. The first one has lots of grass, the second one has a little bit of grass, and the third one has no grass at all. We're going to pour 1 cup of water into each bowl and examine how dirty or clean the water is for each one. First, I'm going to pour the water into the one with a lot of grass. Okay. Ooh, it's the dirty water. Next, we'll pour the water into the one with a little soil. Now we'll pour it into the container with no grass at all. My immediate observation is that the littlest amount of water was in the most amount of grass. My thinking is that some of the grass absorbed the water and filtered it. But for the second and third, it mostly didn't change, but this amount of grass helped a little in cleaning the water. But the last one is the dirtiest and has the most amount of particles. Although it soaked up half of the water that was in it, it's still the dirtiest. So my observation is that the more amount of grass there is, the less soil erosion there is. Now that was a little water. Let's do a lot of water. We're going to use the soaker on my hose and totally drench these and see if they react different to huge amounts of water. That was about 48 seconds. Now let's try the one with just a little bit of grass. About 4 minutes for all the soil to be gone and a little bit of vegetation to be left. Number 3.
ahead and analyze our data.
Each of these containers were subjected to a monsoon amount of water. Let's analyze the results. First, this is the one with a lot of grass. Clearly, there's a lot of grass left and dirt. Second, has almost no dirt left, but little amounts of vegetation and rocks. There's dirt still clung to the roots. The third container, however, has no dirt left whatsoever because there's no vegetation protecting it. So my final conclusion is the amount of vegetation affects the amount of soil erosion. A little amount of vegetation doesn't help really at all, but a large amount helps a lot. If you have a lot, you're A-okay. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something today about the effects of water and vegetation on soil erosion. Well, I have to go. Bye!